Please subscribe, like, and share.
This is Kaku TV, as you know, your best TV channel, which has ever come for you to bring and to educate you about life empowerment, more especially success and money. And as we said previously, we are tackling about money, where money lives and where you can locate it. And I said that money lives in the mind, then comes your hands or your pocket, then to your bank, or wherever you want to save. Now, as I said, that money lives in your mind. What are your thinking? What are your imaginations? As I said, the psychic level is the psychological level. Your conscience. What are your thoughts? What are your thinking? What are your thoughts and what are your thinking? Now, you are not poor. You are not poor because you think you are poor. You are not poor because there's no money in your bank. No, you are poor because there's no money in your mind. And saying there's no money in your mind, you can't have money in your pocket and you can't have money in your bank as well. Now, Proverbs chapter 28, verse number 19. Proverbs chapter 28, verse number 19. The Bible says that he that tills his land, he that tills his mind, he that manages his mind. So you have power to manage your mind. You have power to regulate your mind. Now, he that tills his land or mind shall have plenty of bread, but he that followed after vain person shall have poverty enough. So if you are able to manage your mind, if you are able to till your mind, you have plenty of bread. Now, why do we connect bread to money? It's a mystery. Proverbs chapter 12, verse number 11, it says that whoever works his land with plenty of bread, whoever works out his land will have plenty of bread. If you're able to work out your land, you have plenty of what? Bread. Now, you are not of your body, but you are of your mind. You are not of your body, but you are of your mind. Why? It's because you can be here, but you are not here. You can be in your room, but you are not in your room. Your conscience or your mind is not in your room. So you are not of your body, but you are of your mind. Now, that is why I said, anything that gives you pleasure or joy is in your mind. Anything that gives you joy and pleasure is in your mind. So come to talk of the sex appetite, sex is in the mind. Food is in the mind. Money is in the mind. So anything that gives you joy, anything that gives you pleasure, entertainment, is in the mind. That is why you have power over your mind. So the quality of your mind is determined by the quality of your life, not of your body. That is why success is not defined by shape, form, color, but by the state of your mind. Your brain is your muscles. Your brain is your muscles. So instead of gymming in the gym center, you must gym your brain, gym your mind. When a footballer wants to train, the more constantly he trained, the more muscles he develops. You get it? So the more they practice, the more you gym your biceps, your triceps, and your deltoid. Now, gym your mind. Your mind is your muscle that strengthens with practice. So constant practice, your mind gyms up. It means that the more you train your mind, the better your mind becomes. Every mind has a contract with God. And God made a contract between your mind and your thought. And what is that contract? What is that contract that God made between the mind and your thought? So as a mind thinketh in his heart, so he is. So as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So if you think of anything, so you are. If you think of failure, so you are. If you think of money, so you are. If you think of food, so you are. People become gluttony as a result of their thinking. People become failure in life as a result of their thinking. They have negative thinking. So as a man thinking in his heart, so he is. So he is. Now, you are full of negativity, you can never get rich. That is why Apostle Paul said in Romans chapter 12, verse number 2, do not conform to the world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Do not conform to the world, but I really love the scriptures. I really love the scriptures. Do not conform to this world, but by ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. So, for you to be at where you are, for you to achieve something, you must pursue, and as a result of pursuing, you must have it in your mind. So until you achieve something, it must first be in your mind. So anything you have projected that you want to embark on, it must first begin in the thinking. It must first begin in your conscience, your subconsciousness. And then it manifests. You get it? Then it manifests. Now, where money lives again? Money lives in problems. Money lives in problems. You are surprised again. Money lives in the mind. Now I'm telling you, money lives in problems. If you don't have a problem, you don't have money. God sees the world, and then there was problem in the world. There was so much tribulations and wickedness in the world. God wanted to save the world. So what did he do? He gave his only begotten son. I will take you there. I will take you there. So money lives in problems. The problem in your home you are not able to solve, but you are aiming to get money. How will you get money? Now, before there was nothing like technology. There was nothing like phone. We wanted to communicate with people who are far away from X. Somebody sat down and said, this is a problem we need to solve. Therefore, he came out with mobile phone. So I can sit here and call somebody in Europe, call somebody in Africa, call somebody in my hometown, call somebody who is far from me. I can be here and call. You get it? It was a problem which was solved by a person. Transportation was a problem. For you to transport, for you to transit from where you are to another location was a problem. We needed to walk. But somebody came up with an idea of inventing vehicles, inventing cars. Somebody also came out, Robert and Abarite came out to invent airplane, to fly to nations. It was a solution to a problem. Money lives in problem. If you don't have a problem to solve, you don't have money. The person that invented Facebook as a communication tool has money. The person that came up with the idea of Facebook has money because he solved a problem. What problem are you solving? What problem are you solving? Money lives in problems. Money lives in problem. Anywhere there's problem, there's money also. Money lives within problem, and money lives with problems. So anybody who have decided not to solve problem, you should forget of having money. Because money lives with problems. Money lives with problems. He sits with problems. It's like this phone on my palm. This is the problem, and this is my hand is the money, and the phone is the problem. If you're able to remove the phone, you have the money. So until you remove the phone, you can never have the money. It's a revelation. It's a revelation. Now, money is a spirit and has got power. And money is good in our society because it can answer everything in our society. Bible says that remember your God, thy God, remember your God, thy God, it is he who giveth thee power, and knowledge gives power. So money gives power. Your knowledge is your power. Now the last dimension of where money lives is the spiritual level. spiritual realization. The spiritual level, it is what I call realizing yourself. Realizing yourself. The realization of yourself. The realization of yourself. You've prayed and prayed and prayed. What have you realized about yourself? What have you realized of? What are you capable of doing? Realization of yourself. There's increment of fuel, and so what? There's increment of foodstuffs, and so what? There's increment of transportation, and so what? Realize. Come to the place of realization. I've already informed you that there's a language between the rich and the poor. They see things differently. Budget your brain. Budget your brain, not the sheet. Not the sheet. Budget the brain. So those that budget the sheet are not more powerful than those that budget their brain. Because you can budget the paper can be stolen. The paper can be torn apart. But when you budget the brain, it sticks. That is why I'm saying gym the brain. Gym the brain and budget your brain. So the place of realization. At the mountains of transfiguration, Jesus went with Peter and John. And at the mountains, Peter said, after seeing Moses and Elijah, Peter said, Lord, let's maintain here. Let us be here. Let us be here. Peter wanted to stay at the mountains after prayers. You see, after prayers, you need to move. You can't stay at where you are. Come to the place of realization. After prayer, don't be at where you are. Don't be like Peter who said, Lord, let's be here. Let's build a monument. One for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. No, calm down. Don't be too spiritual. Don't suspend in the spirit. Calm down after prayers. After being spiritual, calm down. Come to a realization of yourself. Come to a realization of yourself. Now, let's see. Move after prayers. Meaning, I love this. Go and use your ideas. Move to another level. God has given gifts, talent, and ideas to men. But men are still praying and praying and praying without moving. Take a pragmatic steps. Take a daring steps. Move with faith. God has given you the ability, the capabilities, and the agilities. Move with them. Move with them. Move with them. Let's see the book of 2 Kings, chapter 7, verse 3. I love these people. There was a great famine in Samaria, and there was 4 lepers. By 4 lepers who were thrown outside the city gate. Now we could say they have been quarantined. They've been thrown outside because leprosy was considered as a dangerous disease. So anybody with a leprosy is not considered to be part of the nation. So they were thrown outside the city gate, and there was a great famine whereby people were eating their own children. They were eating their children. They were eating physics. Things were too costly. There was a great famine. Yet people were in the town praying without moving. People were in the town praying, expecting God to rain manna. But God has not worked that way. They were expecting manna. Viewers, don't pray and pray and pray unnecessarily. Don't pray amiss. Pray and move. Take a daring steps, a pragmatic steps. Move in faith. Faith without action is dead. Bible says that the 4 lepers moved with faith. They moved. They said, why sit here and die? Why should we be here and die? Why sit here and die? The 4 lepers who were thrown out of the city gate said to themselves, why sit here and die? Why should we sit here and die? We have to move to the other town. If they kill us, we die. If we die, we die. It is better for us to go there and eat something and die there than to remain here, eat nothing and die. Pray and still be there and Pray and still be there. And don't move any step. Move. I love Esther. After he has fasted with the Jews, his people, after they fasted and prayed for 3 days, he said, I will go even though it is not time for me to see the king. The king has not called for me yet, but I will still go. If I perish, I perish. And you see, one thing about God, when you pray and move, he backs you. He backs you up. Heaven backs you. So when Esther said, I will go, if I perish, I perish, heaven backs her. And therefore he wants the king favor. That is why you must not pray and stay. Pray and move. Pray and move. Now God has given you gifts, ideas, talent. God has given us gifts. Now let me read from this scripture. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 8. Wherefore he said, when he ascended up on high, he led captivity captives and gave gift unto men. And when he ascended on high, he led the captivity captive. The captivity captive means that those who were not willing to move, those who were not willing to take a pragmatic steps, those who were not willing to move in faith, they kept praying and praying. God left them like that. And he gave gift unto men. Those who were willing, he gave them gifts, ideas, talent to move. God has given you an idea. What are you doing with the idea? There's a problem you need to solve. What are you doing? Move. He gave gift unto men. The most powerful force on this earth is not atomic bomb. You see, the most powerful weapon on this earth is not IBM, International Ballistic Missile. No. It's not bomb. It's your mind. It's your mind. Ideas are stronger than death. Jesus Christ is God's idea, as I said. Jesus Christ is God's idea. It's God's idea. One idea can make you a billionaire overnight. One idea of you. You carry idea. I'm talking to you. You carry idea. You carry gifts. When you move with it, you will become a billionaire. Don't accumulate criticisms in you. When the criticize comes, accept them as part of it. It is part of the game. Move with it. People may say a whole lot of things to discourage you, but still move. People are moving. Press on until you achieve the goal. Use the idea, the subconsciousness of your inner man, your mental to manufacture or to produce or sell something. Create something, because the world is now open. You see, now the world is open. Whatever you sell, the world is open to accept and to produce and to consume whatever you produce. The church and the world has moved from the Pisces age to Aquarium stage, meaning that the generation now are more intelligent and smarter than the generation before. That is why you must love information. Because anytime you stop learning, you start dying. Love information. I said, until you are updated, you will be outdated. Until you are updated, you will be outdated. Love information. Information is knowledge. So be knowledgeable. Love information. You understand? Then other time I explained to you that knowledge, know, lead an age. So until you know, you can never lead your age. So love information. Seek for wisdom and knowledge. Seek for wisdom and knowledge. Because it's one thing to have wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and another thing to be wealthy and successful. You get it? So I'll end the message here, and then at another time we will be discussing about the formula for wealth increasing. The formula for wealth increasing. So today I'll leave you here, and then subscribe to our channel, And then it is still Kakus TV. I'm still your host, Senior Captain Sonny. Bye bye.